1.2. Defining. A few sentences in advance. Science in the sense of this section is the activity of scientific work as a planned procedure with the goal of gaining new insights and knowledge as well as solving practical problems. Concrete intentions of exploitation are not a prerequisite and it is always linked to existing scientific knowledge. We recognize that science only exists when new knowledge is created. In addition, different definitions of science are presented, which can help to understand the meaning and purpose of science. What is science? The question of when science can be said to exist at all, by example when scientific procedures are carried out and corresponding results are achieved, is probably easier to answer than this. Nevertheless, definitions should not be missing in this first chapter, they are also indispensable for scientific work. In the context of this basic course, science should be understood as the activity of scientific work. Following Balzert et al. 2022. It is a planned procedure with the aim of gaining new knowledge and solving practical problems. Concrete intentions of exploitation are not a prerequisite. One ties in with existing scientific knowledge and knows the current status. The knowledge gained is published and must be comprehensible and verifiable for others. One adheres to scientific methods and recognized quality criteria, see Balzert et al. 2022, page 7 and 8. So when can one speak of science? Well, in any case, and here the mark should be set right at the beginning and with all emphasis, only when someone creates new knowledge with science. This may sound like a joke to some ears. But it is in fact a principle, only when we, first, build on existing knowledge and recognize that this existing knowledge is not yet sufficient for the concrete problem, and, second, start with the goal of generating the required new knowledge through research, are we working scientifically? Some definitions. What definitions are there that can help to understand the meaning and purpose of science? First, there is this short definition, which is still quite general. Science is an
organized form of exploration, collection, and evaluation of knowledge.
C. Pfeiffer, with no date. A more detailed and already quite comprehensive definition comes from the authors of the already cited textbook from Balzert on scientific work.
Scientific work is a planned, orderly procedure with the goal of gaining new insights and new knowledge as well as solving practical problems. This can be done without or with concrete intentions of exploitation, in one's own field or interdisciplinary. Scientific work involves linking up with knowledge that has been collected and scientifically acquired worldwide, analyzing and reviewing existing knowledge, and informing oneself about the current state of scientific discussion in one's own subject area. Scientific work is also a communicative process. The knowledge gained independently and in exchange with others as well as the solutions developed systematically and creatively are published and must be comprehensible, verifiable and usable for others. In order for this to succeed, there are scientific methods and internationally recognized quality criteria for good scientific work. Everyone who produces a scientific paper must follow them and in this way can ensure the quality of his work for himself and others and contribute to expanding the world's store of knowledge.
Cited from Balzert 2022, page 7 and 8. It's translated by me, the author of this course. Science is indeed a noun. And yet, in your sense and in mine, I would like to make it a verb, that is, a do word. We understand science not as a category or as something static, but as an activity. Science then means, do it in a scientific way. Nothing more, nothing less.